Hey guys, Robbie Webster here. I'm sorry this is a week late, but I wanted to let my Around the Town video stay up for at least a week as my most recent video. And also, I was just being lazy, so I'm just getting around to making this now. I'm not sure if I already said it, but this is my May DVD update, Blu-ray and DVD update. And I'm going to show you all the movies that I bought within the last month. Well, not that I bought, but that I watched. Because, like you all know, a lot of stuff that I bought a while back and just never put it into the collection, never showed it on film, so that's where my DVD updates come from. Anyways, let's get this started off real quick. I just want to get this one out of the way really fast, like ripping off a band-aid. Just get it over with. X-Men: The Last Stand. It still isn't even opened. I don't like this movie at all. I never liked it. I swore that I would never buy it. But right now at Best Buy, they have all of the X-Men films, X-Men Origins, X-Men, X-Men 2, and X-Men 3 on sale for $7.99 each, which is a great price. It's not a great price for this because I wouldn't pay 25 cents for that. But I'm going to keep it in my collection just to go along with, to have the complete set. The only reason I bought it is, I'm sorry guys, I'm hot. It's like 80 degrees in here, and I had to turn the AC off because it makes the sound on the video sound bad. Anyways, the only reason I bought that movie is because it comes with, all the X-Men movies have free movie tickets to see X-Men: The Last Stand. Or no, sorry, that's X-Men First Class. They have tickets to X-Men First Class. So basically, the ticket would normally cost, if you went at the theater around here, it would cost like $10 or $11. So you're basically getting the ticket for $8, and then you're getting the movie for free on Blu-ray. So I think that's a good deal. You might ask, why did I choose the third one that I hate? It's because it was the only one left in stock. So I bought 3 of them so that I'm going to take my mom and dad out to see the movie. Hannah said she doesn't really want to see it, and she has to work on the day that my parents can see it. My parents they really like X-Men, and so figured I'd take them out to it, and just going to give my dad one of the copies and then probably sell the other one, try to get my money back. But anyways, let's move on to some good movies that I really enjoyed. The first one I picked this up the day it came out, but I hadn't had a chance to watch it because I wanted to wait till Hannah could watch it with me, and that's the Disney film Tangled. And I really liked this. It was a Disney retelling of the story Rapunzel. I thought the animation was great, and I thought it was really funny. There was a couple scenes that had me dying laughing. And of course, like in every Disney movie, it had a part where it makes you almost want to tear up a little bit. But it was very well done. I really liked it. There's the cover. This one I definitely recommend checking out if you haven't seen it, if you like Disney movies at all. The next one I've been waiting to get this for a long time. At first I was just waiting for the price to go down. It wasn't that bad to begin with, but I was just waiting to see if it would drop down anymore. And then I was waiting, here, let me just show it to you. It's The Bridge Over the River Kwai, and I love this movie. I've always loved it. It's just a fantastic film. It's about these POW, these prisoners of war in one of the islands. I think it's actually in Japan. No, it's not. I think it's in India. I could be wrong. Wherever it is, I haven't watched it in a while. But these prisoners of war are building. They're supposed to build a bridge, and like the POW camp is like different than most are. At the beginning, like the soldiers are trying to like do a bad job so that the bridge doesn't function properly. But then, because of like some circumstances, they start to try to do it. Like it's like a sense of pride with them. You definitely have to just check this out. It's an all-time classic movie, one of the best movies I've ever seen. One of my all-time favorite movies, and it looks awesome on Blu-ray. And I'll tell you the reason why it took me so long to get it. I've seen it for like $16.99 for months now, and that's a really good price because it's an amazing set. But the reason I couldn't get it is because everywhere I went, they would put those, those security devices where there's a thing in the middle, and then there's straps. And those straps, like, dig into the case, and it's like, it destroys it. But I just happened to see this one, for some reason, all the rest of them, I was at Target, and for some reason, all the rest of them had the security device on, but this one didn't. So I just bought it, and it's in perfect condition. It's an amazing set. Let me show you the inside. It comes out and it's almost like one of those Blu-ray books, but it's bigger, and it has 2 discs, and then it has the book in the middle with some great pictures and stuff. And this is just a fantastic set. It also has some postcards of like movie scenes and like some of the poster on the inside, just like Taxi Driver had. So if you see this for anything under 20, it's a great deal. It's even a good deal for more than 20. But if you look around, you can find it for less than 20. On Amazon, it's less than 20. I didn't buy it from them because I was worried it would get damaged. I know it's like it's a cardboard shell, and I wanted to stay nice, so I was worried it would get damaged. So I didn't bother with Amazon. Not that they do bad, but I mean every once in a while something gets damaged, and it's a hassle having to return it. The next one I got, I just rewatched, and I watched this in the theater when it came out, and I liked it. It was pretty good. It's not the greatest film ever, but I liked it. It's The International, starring Clive Owen and Naomi Watts, and it's just a thriller about these people trying to uncover this conspiracy. I thought it was pretty well done, and it's kind of cool seeing them go to all the different places around the world. I would definitely check this out. You can get it. You can pick it up used on eBay, real cheap. I mean, it's I think I bought this for like $7 like a year ago, and it's just been sitting in a pile. I just got around to watching it finally. I wanted to watch it again on Blu-ray just to see what it looked like, and because I like the movie. This next one I've had for a couple months, and I finally got around to watching it, and I loved it. I finally have all 3 of the films in the Man with No Name trilogy. This one is for a few dollars more. It's the second in the trilogy. For those of you who don't know, it's the other 2 films are Fistful of Dollars and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and they're all kind of different stories. It's not like you have to watch them in order or anything. They're totally different stories. They basically have almost nothing to do with each other. But yeah, all 3 of them are really good, especially The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, which is the final film in the trilogy. And there's the cover right there. This is a Target exclusive, and you can get it for like $10 or $8, something like that. This next one I got, this one just came out this month, and I watched it for the first time. And I really liked it. It's starring George C. Scott, Timothy Hutton, Tom Cruise, and Sean Penn in Taps. And I liked it a lot. Tom Cruise's character is absolutely insane in this movie. And I don't know, for those people that don't like Tom Cruise probably like this role, because it makes him, he's like a real, like he's easy to not like in this movie. But I really liked all the other characters, especially Timothy Hutton's character. I thought he did a great job. And Sean Penn was good too. And basically this is about these kids in, well, they're not kids, but they're young adults, and they're in a military academy. And they find out that their school's going to get closed down, and they basically take it into their own hands to take over the school and try to keep it from getting closed down. And there's a lot more to it, but I don't want to give it away because it is a little bit of a shock at the beginning. And I definitely recommend picking this up. It just came out, so it's still like $15, but it's worth that. It looks great, and it's a cool movie. I liked it. The next one I got, this is another Western, and I got this because I just saw Seven Samurai for the first time, and it's an amazing movie. And this is the American like remake, but it's like a Western instead of a samurai movie. And they did this with a lot of the movies back in the day. It's The Magnificent Seven. It's got Yul Brynner, Eli Wallach, and Steve McQueen, and it's a great movie, but it's almost word for word, like it's almost like the exact same thing as Seven Samurai. Seven Samurai is definitely much better, but this has some great soundtrack. This has a great soundtrack to it. Very recognizable stuff that you hear in a lot of movies. Kind of like The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but I think The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly's soundtrack is better. And another thing, there's certain times in this where they're in like a village in Mexico, and they're having like these parades and stuff, and the music sounds Japanese. So that's kind of strange. It actually sounds almost, I would have to watch Seven Samurai again to see, but it sounds very similar to what they had in that. I'm just going by memory. These I watched about a month apart, so it's hard to remember exactly. But there's the cover. This is another Target exclusive, and it's only $10, so you can pick that up if you want. This next one I got, I really like this. I'm not sure of all the actors' names. Helen Mirren's in it, and Nigel Terry, Nicholas Clay. But the two people that I definitely recognize were Patrick Stewart and Liam Neeson in Excalibur. I know, I should have seen this a long time ago, but I just saw it now. I'm sure my parents didn't let me watch it because there is a scene with nudity in it, so that's probably why I never saw it until now. But it was quick, so you could skip past it. It's just basically the story of King Arthur and his knights, and it's told a little bit differently than in many of the movies that you've seen nowadays, and I liked it. I thought it was really cool. Some of the fight scenes were great. Patrick Stewart is really buff looking in this movie. He did a really good job. He had a very small role, but I really liked his character a lot, and I liked all the characters, but I really liked his a lot. So there's the cover. I got this one on Amazon. I think it was like $14 or something, $13.99. This one, my friend has been recommending this. He always makes jokes about how every time I tell him what movie, he always asks me every day, what movies you watch, because he knows I watch a lot of movies. I always tell him, and he's black, and he always says, "Oh man, you're racist. You don't like watching movies with black people in it." And I'm like, dude, it has nothing to do with that. He's just joking, but that's just how he jokes with me. And but this one he recommended. He always recommends good movies with they have a theme around African Americans, and it's A Time to Kill. And I had never seen it. It's got Sandra Bullock, Matthew McConaughey, Samuel L. Jackson, and Kevin Spacey. It's really, really good. And let me just tell you, if what happened to Samuel L. Jackson actually happened to me, or I think pretty much anyone, they would probably want to do the same thing or worse. Basically, this guy, something very, very bad happened to his daughter, and he basically took the law into his own hands and killed the perpetrators. And they deserved it. They definitely deserved it, I'll say that. And so basically it's about Matthew McConaughey is defending him in court. It's like a courtroom drama. And it was I really liked it. And this also has Kiefer and Donald Sutherland in it. And it's funny because they're on opposite sides of each other in the movie. If you guys just saw that flash, I'm actually watching a movie now, and I paused it to do this because there's nobody in the house right now, so there wouldn't be any interruptions. But anyways, Time to Kill, definitely worth checking out. This is $8 at Walmart. And that's it for the Blu-rays. And I feel like I'm going through these pretty quickly. Hopefully I am. So now the first DVD. And a lot of the DVDs I watched this month I really liked. I think almost all of them I really, really liked. But the first one I'm going to show you is a Steven Spielberg film that I had never seen. So I decided to pick it up and see what it was all about. And I really liked it. It was Amistad, starring Matthew McConaughey again, Morgan Freeman. I'm not sure how to say his name, but I've seen him in several movies like Blood Diamond, Juman Hansu. You guys can tell me how to pronounce it. But he did a great job in this film. And Anthony Hopkins' character was very good too. I liked the whole cast. The directing was great. Really liked the directing. It's about this ship it's basically like a slave ship. Well, it is a slave ship, and these Africans are being taken. I think they were trying to take them to Cuba. These people were, and basically they were doing it illegally because at this time period, there was still slavery in the United States, but it was you weren't allowed to take people from Africa and bring them to the United States to be slaves. They needed to be born on American soil. I know this is still totally messed up, but basically because they weren't born on American soil, they weren't slaves. They were free. So the whole thing is about them trying to prove that they're free. And I'm not sure how true of a story this is, but Anthony Hopkins plays John Quincy Adams. I think he's the third or fourth president of the United States. I should know that, but I don't. I'm sorry. I know he's not the second. That's his father. The first is George Washington, of course. I think he was close after that, like the third or fourth. But anyways, so he plays John Quincy Adams, and John Quincy Adams he's a senator now, I think, or congressman, I think senator. But he, like, basically John Quincy Adams, he after he was done with the presidency, he just wanted to continue to serve the country, so he went on to be part of our government beyond being a president. And I think that's great in its own right. But anyway, so these people, like Matthew McConaughey, tries to get him to help with these people's cases. They're being told that there's like several sides of the story. People that are saying that they own the people, which they're not even slaves, and there's people that are saying that they should be killed because the slaves escaped. That's how this. I forgot to explain this. One of the slaves gets free, and he frees all the rest of the slaves on the ship, and they kill everybody except for 2 people, all the people who took them into captivity, and they tell them to take them back to Africa, and but the people actually I think they're still trying to take them to Cuba, but they make a mistake or something, and they end up landing in America, and that's how the whole thing comes into place. Like this, I forgot to silence my phone again. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, that's all I'm going to tell you about this, but it's really good. I really liked it. Talked about that way too long. The next one I got, this is an awesome movie. It is Alfred Hitchcock's Vertigo, and it's my favorite Alfred Hitchcock movie. Let me show you the cover. I hope this comes out on Blu-ray soon. I'm actually trying to collect all of the Alfred Hitchcock collector's editions that look like this cover. And there's some other ones I'm trying to collect too. But this was amazing. Alfred Hitchcock basically invented camera technique. It's widely used today. It's reverse tracking and simultaneous zoom, and it looks really cool. And they use that to show off the vertigo effect when the main character played by Jimmy Stewart was getting his fear of heights. And it's just this crazy story. I'm sure most of you have already seen it. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I do have a funny story to tell about this movie and how I'm stupid. I really wanted to watch this because I had never seen it, and I knew I wanted to put an Alfred Hitchcock movie. I knew I wanted to put an Alfred Hitchcock movie in the video I made on the best directed films because he's my favorite director. But for some reason, I had just never seen this one, and everybody says it's his best, and yeah, it is my favorite. So what I did was I ordered it, but it was taking so long to get here, and plus I was having trouble with it. That wasn't why I didn't make the video. It was just because my trouble with my camera. But anyways, it was taking a long time to get here, and so I came home from work early on this day, and usually when I get home from work the mail's there, but the mail wasn't there yet. So it probably came like a few minutes after I got home. But anyways, I was like, man, I gotta watch Vertigo today because I gotta make my video today. I gotta finish it. So what I did was I went on to Amazon and I rented it, and I think it cost $2.99. So so I rented it and I started watching it. Like halfway through watching it, I was like, I decided to go out to the car for some reason. I think there was more to the story that made it funnier, but I forgot because it was like a while ago. But I had to go out to the car for some reason to get something. I opened the door halfway through watching, and remember I paused it halfway through, and there's a package on the floor, and it's this. So if I had just gone outside like 10 minutes or later and actually looked for this, I wouldn't have wasted $3. I don't know if it was worth wasting the time telling you guys that story, but I thought it was funny. The next one I got is another Alfred Hitchcock film, which I really, really liked. Thought it was very well acted, and I thought it was a really cool story. It's Dial M for Murder, and it's just this crazy story about this guy's plot to murder his wife and collect. I think he does it to collect insurance money. I could be wrong, but really well done. Definitely check that one out. And one more Alfred Hitchcock film. This one is probably my least favorite of his films that I've seen so far. Like I said, I haven't seen all of them. There's still quite a few I have to see, including a couple that I know are very popular. But this one is Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and it's nothing like the Jim Carrey movie, for anybody that's wondering. It's kind of like a comedy almost about this couple that's having marital problems, and they find out that they're not actually legally married, so they start doing all this crazy stuff. And it's pretty funny, and I did like it. It's just not my favorite Alfred Hitchcock film. So there's the cover of that. I'm also collecting all of the ones with, they're the Warner Brother releases. I actually have all of them coming. There's one that I watched for the next update, and there's the rest that are in this collection are actually, I've already won on eBay, so they're all coming. They will be either in the next update or the one after that, depending on how long it takes me to watch all of them. Next one I got, this was just okay. It's Heart's War, starring Bruce Willis and Colin Farrell. Nothing special. This was like a $2 DVD, so I picked it up. It's about these people in a prisoner of war camp in World War II. And these, apparently back then, this is something that I did not know about World War II, but there were African-American fighter pilots, and in this movie, 2 of them were shot down, and they ended up getting sent to this prisoner of war camp with these guys, and some stuff happens. Well, I guess I have to tell you, because I won't be able to explain the plot without it, but it's not really that big of a deal. But one of them is actually accused of murdering someone within the camp. And there's more to it, but I won't tell you the other part. Anyways, one of them's accused of murder, and they put him on. They end up. The Nazis will actually allow them to have a court-martial, and Colin Farrell actually represents the defendant. And I liked it. It was okay. Wasn't anything spectacular, but it was pretty entertaining. I had a good time watching it, and I learned some new stuff while watching it. And the next one I got, this is one that a friend of mine sent me, and I'm blanking on his name. I'm a Rocker to You sent it to me. I'm sorry about that. And I'm very appreciative of it. I had never seen it, and I enjoyed it. It was entertaining. I'm not going to say it was the most realistic or fun to watch Western ever, or that it was historically accurate, because I'm quite sure it wasn't. Maybe parts of it were. But it's Young Guns, and like I said, I did enjoy this. It had me laughing, and it had some cool action scenes. And there was also some little things that people told me about to watch for in the movie, and I was trying to find it, but I couldn't. And I ended up spending like 2 hours just looking to try to see Tom Cruise, because people said that Tom Cruise was in this scene, but I couldn't find him. But this has Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland, Lou Diamond Phillips, Charlie Sheen, and 2 people that nobody knows, or at least I don't. But I thought this was pretty good, and I really appreciated that you sent this to me. And I actually do want to watch the second one, just to see what it's all about. But I like Kiefer Sutherland's character a lot in this. Out of everybody, he was probably my favorite. So thank you very much, dude. I enjoyed this, and it was a great gift. Really appreciated it. You sending me that. The next one I got actually has Charlie Sheen and Kiefer Sutherland in it too, and that means I have 3 movies this month with Kiefer Sutherland in it. And this is the Disney movie, The Three Musketeers. I used to love this movie when I was a kid. When it first came out, I watched it like 5 times, and it's not as good as it used to be. Also, Chris O'Donnell's in it. He plays D'Artagnan. It's just the story retelling of the Three Musketeers and the 4th Musketeer, D'Artagnan, and how they're trying to do all this stuff when the Musketeers are disbanded, and you basically all know the story. But I actually watched this because I was excited to see. I was getting excited about seeing a preview for a new Three Musketeers movie, which hopefully will be well done. This one, it's kind of funny watching Charlie Sheen's character because he's a priest. I don't know the characters that well, but I think it's Apollo, or if that's even one of them. I'm really stupid. I know it's Athos, Porthos, and someone else. I'm sorry, guys. I haven't read the book in like a million years. But anyways, he's like a priest and a poet, and I mean that's totally opposite of what he is in actual reality. And I'm really blathering a lot in this DVD update, and I apologize for that. I'm pretty tired. But we're almost done. This is the last one. This one I didn't like that much. I always put the ones that I like the least at the end. Well, this one, this is the only one that I really didn't like this month. So, it's the Mothman Prophecies, and it's basically this kind of a horror thriller movie with Richard Gere in it. It's not that scary, and it's just okay. And I'm not even going to talk about it because I don't really remember everything about it, because I watched it like probably 5 weeks ago, right at the beginning of May. So yeah, it's alright. If you're into that type of stuff, you might like it. There it is. And that was it for my Blu-ray and DVD update for the month of May, and I'm sorry if this wasn't that great of an update, but next month's will definitely be better. I've actually already watched 7 movies in the month of June, and today is June 6th, so I'm on track. And everyone that I've watched so far, I've really liked. And actually I've watched 8 movies. One of them I didn't like, and it's going on eBay, so I've been very busy trying to watch as many as I can. Hopefully I'll be able to watch a lot this month. But thanks guys for watching, and thanks for all the support to my channel. I wanted to give a special thanks to Cool Duder. He wrote a comment on my video, and he posted it on his page on his YouTube channel. Like, it was posted on his recent activity, and he liked it, and I think he favored it, and it actually caused me to have a lot more views on that video, and hopefully a lot more people saw my videos and they liked them, and that's a good thing. Hopefully I get a few more very loyal subscribers and viewers like I have now. I have a lot of them. I really appreciate you guys that watch my videos and always comment. That makes me very happy, and thanks for watching. Bye.